Here we have an article from Huffington Post, or HuffPost, I should say. Parenting advice, don't kill them. And of course, you notice that it's using gender neutral terms, but this is not gender neutral. Of course, this is a feminist article where a mother shits on her own sons. You deserve an award for not evicting what is surely the world's worst house guest. Acknowledge that. And instead of beating yourself up for feeling the way anyone would feel if a fellow human being had just literally shit all over them, pat yourself in the back. All right, here we go. Having had kids before most of my friends, I have now reached a stage in my life when many in my circle are coming to me for parenting advice. I feel sad for them. Your boys are so, there you go. This feminist scumbag has boys. If she had any girls, she would not have written this article. And the HuffPost wouldn't let her write it. So fun, so precious, and well mannered. What's your secret? They ask. I don't kill them, I answer. Right. Like I do see parents go through tough times with their kids, but this would only make sense if she had sons and daughters. So it's only because she has sons she's willing to say this. People always chuckle when I give advice. No, not really, they say. Really, I refer. Don't kill them. You'll want to, but don't. They stop giggling and never ask me for parenting advice again. Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. But I stand by this advice. You'll want to, but don't. Would like to pretend that outside some adorable sleepless nights after they are born, parenting is a magical gift of love and joy. Okay. And sometimes it is. Sometimes your heart is full of inexplicable love, that you feel like you might burst. You know that you would die for your children. This woman doesn't sound like she would die for her children. And you would die if anything ever happened to them. You can't imagine life without them. I don't believe any of this, considering what she's about to say. But there are other times we try to pretend that times don't exist. We try to pretend that good parents, especially mothers, there you go, fathers don't matter, enjoy every minute of parenthood. This is firmly believe. This, I firmly believe, is a misogynistic tool used to oppress women. Okay, there you go. She's a feminist and she hates men, including her own sons. This is to keep them from questioning the unequal burden that motherhood places on them. Fathers, men would love to trade places with this woman. She's just an entitled nobody. This is to keep them from asking for more. This is to keep them quiet. This woman is a mother, because she wants to be. No one made her give birth to children. And it's dangerous. Oh, it's dangerous, is it? It's dangerous and invalidating and oppressing. You have this baby, and it's not at all what everyone told you. You don't know what to do with the feelings and anger and frustration. Wow. This person should not be allowed near children. You are a bad mother. You know this because you are the only mother feeling this way. You have nobody to talk to and no one who can help. Really. What would otherwise have been a fleeting moment of frustrations turned to indictment of your fitness as a mother. It prevents you from appreciating the good times. You don't really deserve to enjoy this, you think. You are a bad mother. I agree with that. You are a bad mother. Becoming a mother is one of the best things that can happen to you. It's one of the worst things that can happen to you. So for the to be parents, new parents who want to some real advice, here's mine. By the way, so many of these women, and probably her, became pregnant because they want that baby as a hostage for either child support or welfare check. So there's a lot of mothers that shouldn't be parents at all. The first year of parenting is the hardest year of your life, right? And you'll notice it gets easier and easier. When the kids go to school, how are they giving you a hard time? They're gone. And then what do? It is hell. If you get out of it with your wits somewhat intact and have not killed your spouse, why would you kill her spouse? Partner, some random stranger in the street. You deserve all the awards. These women go along with a natural biological process and want to be pat on the back. There will be nights when you are so tired that your legs are shaking. Okay, yeah, it's a bad year. The baby incessantly crying every night, that disappears in a year. You're holding the world's worst baby who is only quiet when you are pacing the floor and screams the moment you put him down. Him down, see? Wow. So not him or her? Right. So she's shitting on this because it's a boy. You will feel rage building inside if that you are hotter than any rage you have ever felt in your life. Oh my God, it's a baby. It's a baby. I just want to love you while you're not trying to destroy me. Your brain will scream. This woman was a child once and did the exact same thing with to her mother. This is when you need to put the baby down for a minute, even if he's screaming. You need to brace your arms and think, don't shake him, don't throw him, don't put him in the crib much more gently than he deserves. There you go. If this woman hates her children, walk out of the room. If necessary, walk out of the house just for a minute. How come this woman is at work? Just until you can breathe again. You know, why didn't she go to work and hire a housekeeper? Then she can handle it. There'll be times when your child smiles at you and leans in for a kiss, and you look at his nose crusted over with greenish snot. A line of drool drips down from his lips. You think, oh God, you are a filthy creature. What a disgusting thing for any woman to say about a child. Who wiped her disgusting nose? Who cleaned her pants and wiped her disgusting bum when she was a baby? All you got to say is clean his nose, be a parent. And it's true, he is a filthy creature. Oh my God. Stuff your gag reflex, wipe his nose, and give him a quick kiss. This person, the children need to be separated from this person. This is an awful, disgusting, low human being. I'm beginning to wonder if I could classify her as one. As you get older, there'll be times when they're trying to take him to take a bite of his fucking food will be a battle. Okay. Yes. That's what kids put you through. That's true. You'll want to pry his mouth open with one hand, shove food down so with the other. Don't do this. There'll be times when he is kicking and screaming on the floor because you dared to take a fork from his hand before he stabbed himself in the eye. You will want to grab him by the arms, place him outside, and lock the door. Don't do this. Yeah, parents do get frustrated with children. But I'm telling you now, if this was a daughter, she would not write this article, and she would not be allowed to, even if she wanted to. There'll be times when you can hear him upstairs yelling, "No, I'm not going to nap, nap, nap." Okay, yeah, okay. Either need to keep you on the phone or call CPS, make them tell you some jokes, whatever. There'll be times during potty training when you are positive the child is purposely waiting until you are in public to shit his pants. Yeah, they're babies. They go whenever they feel like it. Do not accuse your child of sabotage. Do not ask why he's trying to destroy you. He doesn't know. Get him home, hose him down, and have a drink. Hose him down. Like, this is what a filthy talk. You only have to wipe his bum, you disgusting female. There will be days when you find yourself amazed that you have made it through the day without actually giving your child away to the nearest stranger. I wish this woman would give her child to the nearest stranger. He has a better chance. His life would be improved. Can you imagine this low life? What's going to happen to these boys being raised by this subhuman? No matter how clear he's made it that he hates you and wants to destroy your happiness, you do deserve an award for this. There isn't one, but you know that you do deserve it. This woman deserves a kick in the ass. And that's actually being light. She deserves to be separated, this child to be separated from her before she destroys him. There'll be times when he tells you a story that has no plot, no characters, and seemingly no end. Stifle the urge to scream. This is the most boring fucking story I've ever heard. Instead, mutter, oh, really? While you plan your grocery list or child free vacation. Here's an idea, you subhuman. Don't have children. No one forced you to spread your legs. You should have kept it in your pants. You should have kept it in your pants. Take your pill. No one forced you to have children. Yeah, of course, is more storing easy child. Their brains aren't developed. They have no experience in telling stories. Yeah. You know something? I'm going to tell you something, lady. Your husband probably feels the same way about you. I'm going to repeat that. Your husband is probably thinking when he hears you jabber, this is the most boring fucking story I've ever heard. And you're an adult, so you have no excuses. There'll be times when you want to throw Candyland into the fire while yelling, this game has no fucking point. If you do this, you just be sure that the kid isn't around you so you won't have to explain why it went missing. Okay, yep. Kids like boring stuff. Hey, I can attest it. Kids will watch the same story, the same story on DVD over and over and over again. That's true. Don't watch it with them. There'll be times when you just want to be able to take a shit without having little hangs banging on the door asking, what are you doing? Yeah, that ends. It's only a few years and it goes away. After all, the kids won't want anything to do with you. Okay. Around 5 or 6, your child will start to tell jokes. These are the worst jokes in the world. Yes, because they are children and they can't figure out their sense of humor is still developing. Okay. This woman is complaining about nothing. Wait until you're an adult and you get married, and then you'll hear all the stupid jokes you ever want to hear. There will be a few really good years when your child is less of an asshole and becomes self-sufficient enough to play by himself again, for a little while without destroying your house. Cherish these times because he becomes a teenager next. When he's a teenager, he doesn't even want to deal with you, lady. All you have to do is to do some housework at best. Better yet, when he's a teenager, why don't you get a job? Around 12 or 13, he will start to smell. Okay, this is disgusting. This woman is an adult, which means she stinks to high heaven. So what does she do? She takes a shower, and so does her children. He will smell like he's made of rotting oranges and hormones. I wonder if he has an endocrine imbalance. You'll have to roll the windows down when you're driving. Okay. This article, I don't think I'm going to read much more of this. This is a disgusting subhuman who should have her children rescued from her, not separated from her, rescued from her. Keep deodorant in your purse and in your glove department. What a disgusting subject. Like I said, notice there's no girls involved in this. I'll say it again. If she had a daughter, they wouldn't allow her to write this. I think this woman belongs jail time, actually, because she's obviously an abusive person. Oh, here's one. None of his emotions at this age will make any sense. This woman's not a human being then, if she can't figure this out. You don't know why he's sad. His friend drama is absolutely ridiculous. This woman obviously never had a daughter then. Because sons almost never. This is her. Actually, I don't believe what she just wrote here. This is something the girls put their parents through, not the sons. His arguments will lack any logic. Don't yell. Your opinions are invalid because they don't make any fucking sense. No matter how badly you want to, they don't make sense to him either. But they're real to him. Remember, he's about 90% hormones right now. So this guy is having troubles with friends and probably girls. And this woman's probably just saying, oh, who cares? Your problems aren't my problems, so why do I care? That's what she's saying. That's what this is about. That's what's happening here. She doesn't give a fuck about this kid. She had him because she felt like it out of her heart, or she wanted to use the children so she didn't have to go to work. And now she's pissed off that raising children is work. Though I wouldn't call this raising anyone. Around this age, he'll discover sarcasm. He'll roll his eyes at you like it's his job. You know something? He's probably rolling his eyes at you because you say nonsensical things. How about that? Instead, explain that each eye roll equals an extra chore he has to do. Yeah, parents do have to put up with this, but I find most housewives say dribble. So he probably is rolling his eyes for good reasons. He'll find the sappiest, most poorly written song of teenage angst and will play it every minute of every day. Yeah. So what were you listening to when you were his age? He'll sing along in a cracking voice filled with unnecessary amounts of emotion. What do you mean unnecessary? How's his emotions unnecessary? If this song speaks to him, then of course, and he's getting emotional, that's good. This guy, this boy, isn't even human to this person. This person, he was just a used object. He's an object to this person. Women have a lot of balls saying men treat them like sex objects or anything. This boy is just a tool for this woman. Just look at this. Instead, play a few seconds so that when he's 25 and aghast that you don't know who the latest art rock band is, you can play this back to him, remind him that his taste in music is not to be trusted. Lady, what did you listen to as a teenager? Probably crap, just like this guy. All these things and more will happen. Getting through them without drop kicking your child across the living room is the biggest challenge of parenthood. You deserve an award. You deserve to have your children rescued from you. That's what you deserve. Matter of fact, I would put you behind bars for even writing this article. Lady, you were a snot-nosed kid, just like your boys were, and you put your parents through hell. But here you are, you're probably a housewife who's leeching off her husband and using this child as a way to do it. When this guy reaches 13, why aren't you at work? He's self-sufficient. He doesn't need you around. What a subhuman. What a subhuman to write this article. Who wrote this disgusting article? By Ijeoma Oluo? Again, sorry, I cannot even pronounce that. But the name just screams entitled woman who uses children. And then she had to do a bit of work and deal with it. And she's a shitty parent. I feel scared for this young boy who's her son. I don't believe anymore that people should be allowed to just have children because they feel like it. There really you have to prove yourself to be an empathetic person for your children to have them. If you're not an empathetic person, you can't have them. There should be a license. Say sorry. And we'll be checking up on you. You've turned out to be a liar. We're separating your children from the monster that you are. Thank you. That's what I have to say about this disgusting low life.